Well, hey there everybody, welcome to this weekend's video. Hope you have had a wonderful week. So glad you could join me today for our little chat as always. Today we are going to do a bit of a requested video. One of you had suggested that I make an anti-haul video. So it took me a little while to search it up and figure out exactly what that was. But I think I'm going to put my own twist on the anti-haul. So what I'm doing today is a try it or not video. Essentially, there's a lot of beauty products being released this spring in 2017. I'm going to talk you through a few of the popular releases and my general thoughts on them. I have not necessarily tried or swatched or tested any of them. However, I'm going to share with you as a regular consumer my thoughts on them from looking at the information that's available online and pictures, and also just, kind of gossip about new makeup products. That's what we're doing today. So get some snacks if you wanna, get a cup of tea if you wanna as well. I got mine over there. It's just chilling out. It's a little bit too hot for me right now. And oh, let's talk about this. I was gonna put on some makeup today, but then I figured I'd go out later tonight. So my theory in my head is that I'll put off putting on my going out makeup for as long as possible, because that means my makeup will last longer. So I will push to the last possible minute to put on my face makeup, and then I'm in a rush because I'm not ready by the time I get out the door. Like, is that you at all? I don't know, let me know. But anyway, let's talk about some good new products. First off, let's start off with Too Faced Sweet Peach, the whole collection. So they initially came out with the Sweet Peach palette last year, and then this year they released a whole kind of collection of sweet peaches. You've got lip gloss. I will pass on the lip gloss. I think they are just lip gloss. There's nothing super special about them. You can buy them at any price point. There is a trio of blush and highlight and highlighting bronzer type of thing. Not sure about that. People have been kind of divided on that trio. Initially, I thought it looked really good, and then when I looked at swatches, I found that there are shades that can be easily dupable, and currently I am head over heels about the Pixie collection of complexion, blush, and highlighting products, so I'm not even thinking about the Sweet Peach. There's also a blush in the collection called Papa Don't Peach, I believe, and though it does look nice, I think it would realistically only work for those who are on the lighter side of the complexion spectrum. As well, though, again, you can probably get something very similar, if not exact, in that color from a brand like MAC. So that's something to think about. But I will say the eyeshadow palette at $59 Canadian is very tempting. It is expensive though. It is like way up there. But there are 18 eyeshadow colors. And they range from like a chocolatey brown to a medium latte to some peaches and pinks. And then in the corner you have some plums. And then there's that one odd black shade. So altogether, I would still consider it a neutral palette, but with a twist. So that's what makes it really inviting for me. The scent, the fact that it's scented like peaches isn't a make it or break it deal for me. I'm not buying into it for the peachy gimmick, but if you like peaches, maybe that's your thing. But you still want to get something that you're going to get a lot of use out of. So for someone who wears a lot of neutral colors, I think this still kind of calls out my name, and I'll probably try it at some point. So Sweet Peach palette, I'm giving it a go. Also, we are looking at Anastasia Lip Palette. This is $48 USD from the Anastasia website. It has got 18 different lipsticks in a pan format that looks to be about this size from the images I've seen online. It comes with a dual-ended applicator. One is a spatula, one side is an actual brush. My issue with this is that while it is cool, while you may love Anastasia as a brand, think about the fact that you are not realistically going to carry this in your purse and take it out, because number one, there is no mirror in this palette, so you either need to bring an extra mirror or find yourself a mirror. Number two, there's actually no space to mix the lipsticks. I just realized you either have to mix it on a separate palette or mix it on the lid of the palette, I guess, or mix it on your hand, which just makes it too fussy to carry around and be a portable palette. So that's my 2 cents on that. Price point $48 USD is probably going to sell for about 50 something Canadian, or if you buy it online with the conversion rate, not worth it for average Jane or average Joe doing their makeup. It's really either a makeup artist product or a collectible product. So that's Anastasia for you. L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. Alright, this is $12.99 USD. It's been super hyped up over on social media. I've seen it. I've actually seen it in stores, and it's going for $19.99 Canadian. Here's my gripe. I think L'Oreal is totally capable of making good shades. The problem is they did not take the approach they used for the True Match collection, which started with warm, neutral, and cool tone shades and went in intensity of, you know, darker cool tone or medium cool tone or deeper cool tone colors. They just went for the regular porcelain, warm ivory, natural beige. So that was really disappointing because I could not find a color that matched me well. Despite them having quite a few colors in the paler end of the spectrum, they just weren't a hit for me. Same thing with the Infallible Pro Matte and the Pro Glow. The shades just weren't great for me. So I'm going to pass on that. Not to mention L'Oreal, $20 Canadian for a foundation. Like, what is drugstore anymore? I think they've got great formulas and just a lot of leverage. But if I'm thinking about the fact I have to pay $20 for a drugstore foundation, I might just recommend to other people that you pay a little extra and get something on the premium range, you know, in Sephora or at the Bay, and you have more options there. So it's quite unfortunate that they have to mark it up that high. I don't know why. But speaking of which, there are two new blush palettes coming out in the drugstore. One is also from L'Oreal, the Infallible Paints Blush at $16.99 USD, which from the looks of it will probably convert to about 20-ish, maybe $22, $23 Canadian with the exchange rate. And there is also a Maybelline Master Blush at $10 Canadian. So let's start with the L'Oreal. 4 colors. Very pretty, kind of a medium intensity, peaches and pinks. It's got a little dinky brush. Don't use the brush, probably doesn't work too well. But I like the concept of a blush palette. I like the concept of it as a drugstore product. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about the fact that, again, I probably have to pay $20 Canadian for a blush palette. But if you try to think of it, you know, as divided by 4, it is a little bit more affordable. You just have to like all the colors and have all the colors work for you. So that one I am looking forward to swatching in a store before deciding if I'm going to get it or not, but that is certainly promising. I hope that they also do maybe 2 or 3 variations of the blush palette, so those with different skin tones will still be able to use them. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to PR from L'Oreal, so I can't confirm that at the moment. Maybelline has one also called the Master Blush, which will be coming out soon. You may have seen it in your drugstore. I haven't seen mine yet. It's got 4 different shades, 1 highlight and 3 other blush shades. And my issue with Maybelline, despite them actually being my favorite drugstore brand as a whole, is their blushes have been really inconsistent. If you remember when they first came out with Fit Me, they had the color corresponding blushes for the foundations, whichever category you were in for the Fit Me foundations. Those blushers were just a total miss. They had poor pigmentation. They went on patchy. Like, what was that? I don't know. So they're coming back at it with a Master Blush palette, which I like the idea. I love the price at $10. I will have to swatch it and see how the pigmentation is. It does contain some cooler tones, which may or may not work for you depending on your skin tone, but that's 2 options for you in terms of blush palettes in the drugstore. I will say though, L'Oreal does look a bit more promising since they have a good track record for their powder products versus Maybelline. Okay, next up, Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation, retailing for $16 USD, probably about 20 bucks Canadian, which will put it on par again with the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion, which came out a few years ago, which I have tried, reviewed, liked, used often, finished up, and have not yet repurchased. This one from Maybelline, I'm going to try it. Just because I've been looking at it for so long. I've been looking at it since it launched in Asia under a different name, and I'm so glad Maybelline finally brought it over here to the North American market. So it is cushion foundation, a little compact, with your sponge, tap, 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 your face is done. I like the concept. I have a lot of cushion foundations actually currently on rotation. I'm always looking at them. I love the idea that it's drugstore. I don't love the idea that I know part of the price markup for this product at $16 USD is for the packaging of the compact. I really wish that they would offer refillables. Not only is that more environmentally friendly, also I don't have to keep spending money on the actual compact case. You know what I mean? So that's something that they're not doing. L'Oreal nor Maybelline, so you just have to buy the whole thing all together every single time. But I will most certainly try that one out, and let me know if you want to hear a review about it. Okay, whew, a lot of talking in this one. ColourPop eyeshadows, $5 a pop USD, pressed eyeshadows that just came out not too long ago. I have just started using their Color Shock eyeshadows. Quite good actually, very likable. But I guess one thing that people have told me about, and also to be careful about, is the fact that they dry out if you don't twist the lid properly, because they're kind of that moussey texture. So they've heard ya, and they've made them into a pressed pigment powder eyeshadow. Really nice colors. However, I think if you want to try just a couple, it only makes sense if you are buying from America. Just because for international shipping, you have to hit a minimum of $50 USD, which is the equivalent of 10 single shadows, in order to get free shipping internationally. Otherwise, I think you're probably paying $10 USD for shipping if you spend under $50 USD on their site. Which means $50 USD, you're looking at about $66 Canadian with the conversion rate. So essentially, if you want to try the shadows, you gotta buy enough for free shipping because that makes more sense. But then that's the equivalent of buying an entire eyeshadow palette all in one go. You have to commit to the equivalent of 10 eyeshadows if you just want to try some of the colors. I like a lot of the colors. I think they look so promising. I like the price point, which breaks down to be about $6 or so a pop with the conversion rates. But I just don't know if I want to commit to spending $66 all in one go just to try out a few of the ColourPop pressed shadows. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm very conflicted on ColourPop. Have not decided whether or not I'm going to try them yet. Okay, next up, Tom Ford. Lipstick and Boys, super hot right now. Sephora's been promoting them, everybody else has been promoting them. Little itty bitty lipsticks. I did not realize how itty bitty they were until I saw some people's like photographs, and when I looked at the promotional ad for it, you know, very classic Tom Ford, very kind of sexy type of image. You know, it's lipstick and boys, you know, kind of tongue-in-cheek right there. I just think it's a very small lipstick for $44 Canadian that you're paying. Granted, if you're a Tom Ford fan and you have no problem paying the $60 that their regular size lipsticks go for, then the $44 isn't going to be a big deal for you. But for myself, and I am a total lipstick girl through and through, for $44, I think that's a lot for a lipstick, unless it is like going to blow my mind. So instead of the Tom Ford Lipstick and Boys, I would probably actually try the Yves Saint Laurent, what is this called? Rouge Volupte Shine Oil in Stick Lipstick for $42 for a full-size lipstick. Now, I have seen the promo ads for this lipstick and they look so good. It's kind of like the look of a lip gloss but in the form of lipstick, but it has color as well. Yet it's not like a super wet lipstick. It goes on almost like a gloss. It has the translucency of a gloss, but it also has pigment. It's very interesting. I'm really hoping to swatch it in a store very soon, so I can just check it out for real. But $42 Canadian for a full-size lipstick. It does look really great and high-end from Yves Saint Laurent. I think that's realistically what I would go for. So I guess that is it that we're talking about today. I feel like there was a lot of products. Maybe I'm just not realizing because I'm talking a lot. But I hope that you found this maybe a little bit more informative. Our little chat about new beauty releases. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether or not you will be trying some of these products. I did not include anything from Milani or Wet n Wild in this video just because they're not really accessible here in Canada and they're hard to order from online, so we don't have a lot of the new releases that come out in America, so I took those off of the list despite that they are doing some very interesting products for spring 2017. So leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. Love to chat with you. Let me know if you like this type of video. Should we do them more often once in a while when new things come out? But either way, take wonderful care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.